Hey everybody, welcome back to BoxPopNBeauty. I'm Michael.
I'm Kendall.
And I got a beanie.
So do I.
We just got back yesterday from our Valentine's Day trip. Because I have the task every year of making it kind of a big deal because it's her favorite holiday.
Favorite day of the year.
So, we wanted to show you guys. We did a fun trip. So, as you should know, we live in Oregon. Southern Oregon. We do this little loop whoop around Oregon. We go to Bend, Portland, Eugene, and then back home. So we did this little loop. But first, before we go over all the things she got a lot. We're going to show you what we gave each other. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. So Kendall got this little, well, it looked a lot better than it does now, but it was an origami heart. You want to go over it?
So, it all started back in French class.
Back in the day.
Back in high school when Madame Bennett, who I'm still friends with on Facebook, Madame Bennett showed me a play called Cyrano de Bergerac, for those of you who haven't heard of it. It's also the serious version of Roxanne, which is that Steve Martin movie.
Most people know that one.
And I'm in love with Cyrano de Bergerac. It's absolutely my favorite story ever.
She has a tattoo.
I have a tattoo for Cyrano, and it's just my favorite story. I'm just like enthralled by it. So recently we found out that, what's his name?
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy is playing Cyrano in theater, not Broadway, but
in London.
In London. He's playing Cyrano de Bergerac, and so obviously I never thought that I would see it, but we just found out that he was doing it. So for Valentine's Day, Michael gave me this piece of paper that has a picture of Hottie, very handsome.
I'll show it off.
James McAvoy.
It's just a poster.
Poster for James McAvoy as Cyrano, and told me that he got me tickets because as a Fathom event at our theater, they are showing the filmed version of the play. So I'll actually get to see James McAvoy play Cyrano on stage, which is really, really exciting.
Yeah. So that was hers. And then for me, so I had a bag. And I don't have it all over here. I have kind of the important things in the bag. So I had a bag, and inside the bag was was two cards. A Valentine's Day card from her, some candy, some other stuff, but there was a second card. And the second card inside of it had this. Now, I'm a huge fan, and Kendall did something really cool. So inside was this card. Crime Junkie podcast. And it says, "Thank you so much for all your love and support for Crime Junkie. Be weird, be rude, stay alive." And it's signed by Ashley Flowers. And that alone was super, super cool that I got a card from Ashley Flowers. But they also sent me this t-shirt. Crime Junkie podcast. And they sent me a sticker, which is on my big cup that you guys have seen. But the coolest thing, because you guys know what I'm into autographs, they sent me a signed 8x10. Signed by Britt and Ashley. And they actually, so the cool thing about this is Kendall actually reached out to them, spoke to them, told them I'm a fan, that it's like all that I listen to, driving to work, driving home. And they sent her these things for me.
Yeah, they didn't ask me to pay for them or anything like that. I just kind of reached out and told them a little bit about Michael and that I wanted to put something together for him for Valentine's Day to do something special, and wanted to know about purchasing a few items. And I had a couple of ideas. I just kind of like threw some thoughts out there for them. And they sent all this stuff to us, which was just so kind. Like, They
Yeah, it was
totally
super,
did not
super
have to
kind.
do that. So it just is really, really cool when you're really big fans of people and they totally do not disappoint you. They
No.
totally don't let you down as far as their kindness as human beings. And
Yeah, so
yeah,
that was really
it was
cool.
just really, really a cool experience.
So then, that was our gifts. So we gave those gifts to each other for Valentine's Day, but we also went on a road trip, like I said. And during this road trip, we went to a lot of plant stores.
We did. We probably went to like 15 a day.
Went to a lot of plant stores. Went to Home Depots and Lowe's in every little town along the way. Just checking out what we find. And we found some pretty cool stuff. I actually did find some plants. I would argue I probably found the coolest plants on the trip. The rarest plants on the trip. But we also went to a couple comic book stores and stuff, and I didn't get anything. I didn't get any pops. I didn't get any comic book store items. There was a comic book I almost bought, a couple. I did get some books. We went to Powell's. If you guys ever go to Portland, you need to go to Powell's City of Books. It's literally a city block that's an entire bookstore. It is one of the biggest bookstores you will ever be in the world. And they did not disappoint. We got a couple of things. I can't really talk about it because it's a surprise for somebody for their birthday. So it has to do with Emerald City Comic Con. You guys will see it in our Emerald City Comic Con video that we film when we get back from it, because it has to do with an book autograph from that for somebody special to us. So we'll fill you in on that later. But let's get to her plants, because this is basically a Valentine's Day plus plant haul video, if you couldn't tell by the title of the video. So, where do you want to start?
Let's start with the guys on the table.
Okay. So,
Side note, we discovered how much I love beanies,
oh yes.
which we just want to point out.
It was freezing cold in Bend, so we went into REI and bought some beanies. These are REI beanies. And, yeah, that's why we're wearing the beanie, because the beanie was part of our Bend trip.
Yeah, so I've never owned a beanie. I don't think I've ever worn a beanie in my life.
And now she loves it.
And I just freaking could not believe how much warmer it made me and actually how cute it was.
Yes.
So that's why we had our beanies in the video.
That's one of the things we did. So there was the Oregon Winterfest in Bend, which was really cool. We did a wine walk down in the Old Mill District. Drank some wine, ate some snacks, went to some vendors. We got some really cool stuff, had a good time. But this is a plant video. So, first off, now, I preface this with, this pot did not come from our trip. I had this pot, but the plant I didn't have. I bought this for my boss at work. So she loves elephants. So I had this elephant pot. But I found this cute plant, which I am going to call, this is going to be a silvery kind of pothos.
That's actually not bad. So that's a Scindapsus pictus, but it is called a silver satin.
It's really pretty, and I'm giving it to my boss tomorrow when we're publishing this video, so I can talk about it.
And if you look at the leaves do have like a satin sheen.
They're really pretty.
They're really, really beautiful leaves. So
also, if you can't tell, we have a new camera set up. So you will see me getting up and down a lot now. Because it's a little bit further away, but we wanted to kind of show you more of the wall, the cat. Anyway, that's number one. I'll just put it down. Okay. Next, also a present, but for my boss's daughter, who's kind of like pseudo niece of mine. We did get this pot on the trip, and this is just a pothos.
It's not. So one of the reasons that we got this plant is because this is one of my favorite philodendrons. It's my favorite common philodendron. It's a philodendron scandens. And I love it just because it grows so much. The leaves have a very interesting texture. And I just love the fact that it is so unique and different. The leaves can become humongous.
Yeah.
It's just a really interesting plant.
So that's that one.
You want to show the pots?
Yeah, I can show pots. So we got this pot from where?
World Market.
Oh yeah, Cost Plus. It's a really cool pot. It's metal and it's like antique teal, which it very much matches our table.
Yeah, we won't spend too much time on pots because I know it's not that exciting, but we just wanted to show you guys these.
And then we got this pot from IKEA.
Yeah, and that one's just supposed to look like cement. I don't know if it is cement.
I think it is. Anyway, so we got those two pots, and some of these plants will be going in those. I'm going to save this plant because it's probably the coolest plant we got on a trip, and that plant. I'm saving my plants, the plants I found, because they're definitely the coolest.
That other one's not your plant, that's my plant.
But I found it.
Okay.
Okay, so which one? Should I just start grabbing?
Sure.
You want to go over your baby begonias?
Sure. So these are...
Begonia!
I love begonias. I'm on a learning situation with begonias.
Which means she's going to kill them.
I'm not going to kill them. I'm just learning how to handle them. So these are, I think they're River Nile begonias.
This one's just a green begonia, we're going to call it.
I'm not positive if it's a River Nile begonia or not.
That's a green begonia. We're going to call it that. And then this one we're going to call that
is a tiger begonia.
Also known as a orangish green begonia. It's really pretty red underneath. And then we're going to call this one.
Look at Leo's arms are crisscrossed.
Hey, look at you just hanging. This one is going to be a more greenish brown begonia. You want to say the real name?
I don't know it.
Oh, so I'm right.
I just love how begonias just look like out of this world. They look like somebody invented them in a lab or something, but they were, the universe made them.
This one I found.
Incredible.
We're going to call this one Begonia gigantis.
Oh, I think that's the River Nile begonia.
Because look at the size of that leaf on this baby plant.
Yeah. If you know which one of these is the River Nile begonia, feel free to comment below because I don't remember, but one of them is. Pretty sure.
We got a lot of these. We should say we got a lot of these from Pistol's Nursery.
Yeah. Pistol's Nursery was great. We got a lot of things from them. They were awesome.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff from Pistols.
And they do a really cool thing that I've never seen a nursery do before, which is a stamp card where you get a free 4-inch plant.
And look, we bought so many. We already got one full stamp card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we started on another punch card.
Speaking
of that, put that punch card in the comment box.
I will. All right. Next up, we're going to go... I know this one is called a Begonia Rex, but I'm going to call it Shiny Purple Begonia.
Show it off.
Because it's very shiny purple.
Yeah,
this is a Lowe's plant.
Those leaves are shiny, shiny.
We got this at one of our Lowe's stops. So there's a funny story about this Lowe's plant. So we stopped at one Lowe's and she had one of these. Then she found another plant, which you're going to see in a little bit. You want to just go get it?
I don't know how.
You're just going to have to upset him.
No, we'll do it in a minute.
Okay, well... We went and got another plant, and she's like, wow, I really want this other plant, so I'm going to put this plant back. So then we went to another Lowe's, and she's like, oh, look, they have that plant, so for this Lowe's, I'm going to get this plant.
I couldn't say no to the Begonia Rex twice. I've been looking for a Begonia Rex, and, well, there's different types of Begonia Rexes. Oh, look.
Hey, look, he wants to go check out the plants.
So... instead of getting the Begonia Rex at the first Lowe's, I got my corn plant. My hair is crazy. This is what it looks like when you're the day after vacation and you also worked all day.
Yeah, she had to go back to work today. I didn't.
So, this is what I got.
Corn plant. Look at this thing. Now, this thing, was only $20.
So it's a type of Dracaena. I'm pretty sure. It's a corn plant.
And look, it's got a little guy here.
Yeah, he's really cute. He's not like as cute maybe as some other ones. Like he doesn't have any growths coming off, any new growth points or anything, and he does have some little points that are dying off at the bottom. But I love him.
Is this the same that you can make like a little and get him to grow?
Oh, little notches like on a fiddle fig?
Yeah.
I don't know if Dracaenas will do that or not. I'd have to look.
Anyway.
But yeah, so that's my corn plant.
So she put her begonia away because we got this plant, and then she's like, oh, look, another begonia.
He does have roots coming out the bottom. I don't know if you guys can tell, but he has roots coming out the bottom, so he's going to have to be repotted, but that's okay.
Okay, so next, we got this guy who is a fuzzy pothos.
Not a pothos. That is a plant I've been trying not to buy for a long time because it's kind of expensive in the places where I've looked for it, but it wasn't expensive at this place.
This was from Pistols.
This is a philodendron micans.
Look at all that growth.
And they're very unique because their leaves feel like velvet.
They do.
So they're very soft, and it's a really, really special plant. So
that's her favorite plant we got on the trip.
Yes. And they are supposed to grow similar to the scandens. Philodendron is my favorite genus, so I love philodendrons. But I just love the way these vining ones grow, and they always have like new growth points on them.
So, can we show the next plant even though it's a present? Does she watch the channel?
No, I don't think she watches the channel.
Okay, well, if she watches the channel, she's going to know what you get. It was her birthday anyway, so that's past. This is a peperomia, which is my favorite genus. But I'm going to call this one a peperomia. So you know how there's a watermelon peperomia, and then there's those only hearts of watermelon, the little watermelons? This is one of those.
Only hearts of watermelon?
Yeah, you know how there's the watermelons and then there's the little watermelons, the
Yeah.
artisanal watermelons? This is an artisanal watermelon.
This is called a peperomia pudiolata.
Look at those cool leaves. So this is a present for somebody. This is not for us. Except, I'm going to plant this little guy.
Yeah, part of him fell off, so we're going to pot that one and keep a little piece and see if we can keep it alive.
Yeah.
But yes.
This is a gift for somebody.
That is called a pudiolata, and I don't know if it's picking up those white veins, but it's
really pretty.
Very pretty.
It looks kind of like watermelons. And there is a watermelon peperomia that has like, the leaves are like round instead of long like this.
They're right on the counter if you want to show it.
No, it's too far away. Okay. So, we'll show this other one now. So a lot of these are from Pistols still. And this one was from Pistols, and I found it, and it was the only one that they had. And it was only $8. And it's pretty special. At least I think so. And then this pot did not come from Pistols. This pot came from Marshall's, which we went to Marshall's too on the trip. But look at this guy. This is a begonia polka dot. See polka dots?
It's an angel wing begonia.
But look at this cool color. Yeah, you can see. Look at that. That's so cool. And the leaves have like, when you go up to the light, you can see the light through them. It's really pretty.
They should get some more like dots on the leaves as it matures. Like that. And I'm not sure if it's something like with like a pothos variegation, where the more light it gets, the more variegated it gets. I'm not sure if like the dots are similar to that, but we are going to test it out and see.
Yeah, so she was happy I found that one. And then we'll talk about, there was one more plant I found at Pistols, second location, that's pretty cool. And I know what this one is.
This is special because I've been looking for this
She's been looking for it, and I found it, and it was $3. And the funniest thing about it is when we brought it up to the counter to buy it, the girl who was working there who sold it to us was so pissed that we found, like, she didn't know that they had it. And
she couldn't believe it was $3.
she couldn't believe it was $3. She was really mad about it. This pot came from Cost Plus. So this pot did not come from there. But this, I know what this is. This is a variegated Opuntia cactus. And look at this one. Look how white that is.
Yeah, that is very special cactus.
And it was only $3. They were selling big ones of these for like $40. And this one we got for $3 because it was a 2-inch pot. And all their 2-inch, they had signs that said all 2-inch pots are $3. So, and look how cool it looks in that pot that we found.
Opuntia cactus are not incredibly, I mean, different variations of Opuntia maybe, but in general, Opuntia cactus aren't very rare.
But look,
a lot of people grow them in their yards, but a variegated Opuntia is not necessarily very common. And
if you don't know, variegated is the white.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Variegation is a difference in color on the plant.
We'll leave him there.
Don't let him poke me.
Side note, I got attacked by a cactus on the trip. I almost died.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have to call an ambulance for him. He was that level of freak out.
Yeah, I literally tried to grab a pot and the cactus shot a thorn into my finger.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have to call 911 for this.
It was pretty traumatic. Okay. So, then there was this store that we went to. These were some Portland stores. We went to ones in Bend first.
Well, I have a pot over there you haven't shown.
Oh, we'll get to it. We got this guy.
So I love water propagating. I love doing plants in water. And do you know what type of plant this is?
This is a spider plant. I know spider plants.
Perfect. So that's a spider plant, and he's just rooting in water. So I don't know if you can see all his roots, but
His roots are just going right down through the rocks.
Yeah, and they'll continue to grow that way. I'll just have to change out the water, but...
She just loves things like this, and this whole thing was like $7.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's happy.
Okay, and then, let's see. We've got these two little jars that she got for propagating. So there's this purpley one.
Yeah, so...
She got this at Cost Plus.
I really like doing water propagation, and I know that roots tend to grow better the darker the jar because it emulates being underneath the soil. But I like to see the roots. So this seemed like a perfect opportunity for me to do something a little bit darker, but also be able to see it.
You can't tell, this kind of purple, violet tinted. And then she got this guy.
And again, I did it because it's dark. It hopefully will grow a lot of roots for me when I propagate something in there.
Yeah.
But I'll have to like pull the plant out all the time to see the root growth so that I can tell what it's doing. Because I'm nosy about my roots and I want to know.
We found this really cool air plant at a store in Bend. And what's cool about this air plant is it actually has purple in it.
Yeah, so that'll go in something that our friend Angela made for me.
Yeah, shout out. We have, if you're looking for anything stained glass, we have a friend Angela who makes beautiful stained glass things. And we have a stained glass air planter hanging over there. So that'll go in there. And let's see. We also at IKEA got these really cool garden tools.
Yeah, they're really nice shears actually, and they're just from IKEA for like $3.99.
Yeah, they weren't very expensive, so we got to go on an IKEA run when we're up there. And before, let's see, this is also from IKEA. Ooh, watch out for the cactus. Oh, he's down there now. Whew. So this is also from IKEA. It's a terrarium.
And my plan with the terrarium, at least right now,
all those baby begonias.
I'm gonna look it up and see if that's a good idea. But my plan is to put the baby begonias in there and see how they do.
Okay, and before I get to the best plant of the trip, my plant, the best one. We went into a crystal store also, and we got Kendall.
Don't need a spider plant. Don't need a spider plant. It's bad for you.
We got Kendall a Tree of Life chakra pendant.
So when we tell y'all from our last video that we or did we do that video yet?
Yeah.
And put that video out yet?
Yep, it's out.
We tell you guys
We like stones and chocolate.
that we really do like crystals. We really, really do like crystals.
Yeah, she was very excited about this. She's going to put it on a choker. She'll probably wear it tomorrow.
Yeah, now that we've
shown you.
filmed
Okay. The best plant. If
in
you're still
Michael's
here.
opinion.
Hashtag Michael's plant, best plant. Made it till the end of the video.
Yeah, if you're still watching this long
Still watching this 30-minute video. Because it's 30 minutes because we bought her a lot of plants. Ready? Bam. Happy Bean Peperomia. Look at that thing.
If you look at the leaves are actually full of water. So it is kind of like a succulent, even though it is not a succulent.
It's a Peperomia. My favorite genus. And, okay, so we didn't see, we went to, like she said, probably 15 plant stores a day. We didn't see another one of these until the last effing plant store we went to.
Yeah, this is not a common plant, and I looked it up. It's not a common plant at all.
And there were plant people who we were talking to about how I like peperomias, like the people who work at these stores. And I was like, I found the coolest peperomia ever. And I told them about it, and they're like, what? And then they looked it up, and they were like, what? We've never seen that before. And the other thing, none of them had this. This is special. I don't know what it is, but it's a thing.
Yeah, peperomias do that. They shoot out like flower stems.
Yeah.
When they're really happy.
If you can tell, like they curl at the top. This pot, by the way, cost plus. But yeah, Happy Bean Peperomia. Best plant of the trip.
And that pretty much does her in.
That was our trip. So, if you guys stuck around for this entire video, thanks a lot. We appreciate you being here. As always, make sure you subscribe, like, notification bell. Leave a comment. Tell us if you like these plants. I know some people like the plant videos. I know some people don't like the plant videos. But it's us. And hopefully you like us. And you enjoy videos about us.
And I will do a plant tour at some point. I know that you guys have actually asked for it now that I read your comments.
Yeah, now she actually paid attention.
I know that you guys do want a plant tour, so I will do one soon.
And if they actually happen to watch this, shout out to Ashley.
Yes.
And Britt. Thank you guys so much. Love your show. And actually truthfully, I'm still catching up because we just recently got into this. Not recently. Like, it's probably been...
Well, I'm caught up, so...
Yeah, she's caught up. I've been into it now for probably close to 6 months. Well, and I listen to it constantly. Like, we literally canceled our satellite radio because of this show. Because it's all I listen to. Mm-hmm. So shout out to them. And I'm actually going to reach out and say thank you. I also have a show idea of a Oregon crime that I think would be kind of cool. So, until next time, we appreciate the hell out of you being here. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Britt. You guys are the best. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out Crime Junkies. If you like podcasts, they are literally, hands down, the best true crime podcast. The rest of them are, I can't stand them. I don't like audiobooks, and they all sound like audiobooks, and I hate it.
They got named in top in Rolling Stones.
Yeah, I heard that.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. Anyway, until next time, we appreciate you being here. She's got to get up now to cheers you because you're so far away.
Yeah, and I got to make it through all these plants.
Oh, yeah, she got a lot of plants. But thanks for being here, everybody. Like, subscribe, notification bell. See you next time. Bye-bye.